What's going on, guys? It's your boy Clutchcast here today, back with another Tekken 8 video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my review and thoughts on Tekken 8 as a whole, story mode. We're going to tackle the game in general. We're going to talk about Jin's legacy with this game, the new characters that were involved in this game, the online play, the customization, and even the music. We're just going to talk about everything and what we think about this game, the review, our thoughts. Genuine thoughts. It's taken me like 4 to 5 days to get to this point, but I was just, backed up on different recordings. Mortal Kombat 1's trailer just dropped, had to do a reaction to that. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so then that way when we drop videos, it automatically goes into your page, man, to your iPad, iPod, dad's phone, mom's phone, sister's phone, brother's phone, wherever, man. Every time I drop a video, it always pops up. And, you're helping your boy out, man. We have 44 subscribers, I believe, right now, currently. And the goal is to get to 50 by the end of February. So make sure you guys help your boy Clutch out. But with that being said, let's transition now to the video. Alright, guys. So the first part of Tekken 8's review is we are going to tackle the story mode. Now, I made it my mission to play story mode first. Before anything, obviously, I played a little bit of rank, but story mode was the main part of the game that I wanted to tackle first and just get it over with. And surprising enough, this is not even surprising. I mean, obviously, this is the best story Tekken's ever produced as a franchise. I mean, this is better than Tekken 7's. I think Tekken 7 was the first experiment of the cinema of going down that path where you have these well-designed cutscenes, and the way the story was panning out was really good. But I think Tekken 8 took the mistakes of Tekken 7 and just revamped it, just mastered it, and just straight went ham. I mean, every character in that story felt like they had a purpose of being in this story. Now, granted, some was for comedic value, some was just for a cameo, just for a split second, some were a vital part of the story. Others were just there to just either pick and choose if you wanted to fight as them. Let's talk about Jin. Okay, I think Jin in this game, they went all out. Rightfully so. Jin has always been a character that's always been mysterious to me. When I'm talking about this game and how I feel, this is just based on my experiences. I am a casual Tekken player. So, like, the last time I really sat there and took a Tekken game serious and played it was, like, the end of Tekken 7's final season before Tekken 8's release. I played the story mode, kind of just skimmed through it, and understood the story a little bit. Still a little bit complicated. I mean, just last year I figured out that Kazuya and Jin, like Jin is Kazuya's son, and June is the mother, and Kazuya's the father. Like, I just found all this shit out. I just figured out the whole Mishima family. I just realized that Lee is the adopted brother. Lars is the fucking half-brother. And, I just found all of that out. And, I felt like this story of Tekken 8, I wasn't confused at all. I wasn't confused whatsoever. Basically, what this story was Jin trying to take down Kazuya. And, the devil gene, Jin in the beginning just having trouble accepting the devil gene, and, him not wanting any parts of that, but then throughout the story realizing that you need this devil gene power, because without it, you're just Jin Kazama, which is not a problem, but when you face threats like Kazuya, you need more power, you need more. And I think this whole story mode was just Jin trying to figure out how to hone in on that power without losing control, because that's always been his biggest flaw. Every time he gets that devil gene and he turns into Devil Jin, he loses control. He just destroys anything in its path. And this whole story, like, each chapter is just Jin trying to figure out, okay, how do I control? How do I control? And then you have characters that just help him through it. I mean, Xiaoyu has a moment. Leroy has a moment with him. Lee and Lars help him through it. Alyssa helps him through it. And then of course my favorite chapter of the game is chapter 12, where Jin comes face to face with the devil Jin, and him basically telling him, I should thank you, like, I should accept you, and I want to accept you, and I want you to help me rip these chains that bind me. And devil Jin accepting it and saying, yeah, I'm gonna have your back. And then Jin realizing that devil Jin's always been protecting him. He's always been there from the jump, and all Jin wants to do is control it, and he finally controls it. Then we get that moment where he sees his mom, because now Kazuya's at his ultimate true devil form, about to eradicate Earth, and he gets that Goku moment where he's about to transform. He gets that heartfelt talk with his mom, June. June, tells him you have to, show him a new style, the Kazama way. And then Jin turns into true Angel Jin, which was unexpected. Didn't expect that at all. Like, this whole story, if we're looking at just Jin, was just a heartfelt message. And like, you start off, first of all, you start off with the battle between him and Kazuya off the rip. And then it just like, you're just slowly, you lose certain aspects of Jin throughout the fights. There's certain moves that you can't produce because he doesn't have the devil gene in him anymore. So he can't he can't turn into it. I believe even his rage art is even different. But yeah, this whole story was about Jin finding himself, and we got heartfelt moments, and I highly appreciate that. Hardcore Tekken players have been trying to get Jin. They've been trying to see this version of Jin for so long, and for them to finally see it was just amazing. And I'm gonna turn back to Jin because we get that final fight where he just switches to multiple styles, and I love how Tekken was able to give Jin the Tekken 3 mechanics, and then you have his music playing in the background, which I actually didn't realize until I watched other people's story reactions where they were catching on to the music, and I was like, wow, like a little detail like that really changes your whole like appreciation for this game. How did the developers handle the story? Very well. Now that we got the story run out the way, I want to talk about just Tekken 8 as a whole, the game as a whole. If this is your first time ever experiencing a Tekken game, how does this game make you feel? Do you recommend this game to anyone? And the answer is 100% yes. This game is so much fun. The gameplay is awesome. It's fast-paced, it's chaotic, a lot of shit happens. It's never a one-sided match when you play Tekken 8, especially online. When you play online, there is one moment where you are winning games, and then there is another moment where you are getting dusted. Like, it's literally that chaotic. It's never a sure, like, hey, I'm winning, I got a 10-win streak, this is light work. No. You're gonna get dusted. Like, you're gonna get dusted. The characters in this game, some of them are just off the wall broken. King is one of them. Dragunov is another. Lars, I would like to think, is up there as far as just unpredictability and brokenness. But yeah, man, and I'm being biased because I main Lars, so I'm being biased there. But this game has so much to offer. It's so much content in this game that you don't even know where to start with. And I say the same thing about Mortal Kombat 1. You can use any character in this game, and it won't feel like, okay, I can't use them because online everybody's using such and such and such. Like, for Mortal Kombat 1, you have your typical Smoke players, which I am a main of Smoke. You have your typical Johnny Cage players, you have your typical Raiden, you have your Reikos, you have your Sub-Zero, Reptiles, you have your Serena cameos with most of those characters that I named. But for this game, there's just so many different characters that you match up against. And matching up against, like one minute you're playing against King, another minute you're playing against Azuzena, another minute you're playing against Yoshimitsu, then you're playing against Safina, then Claudio. It's like you are facing everyone. It's that good of a game. The characters fit so well. each character is broken in its own way. You just have to learn how to utilize them. And people who are not hardcore and even not casual Tekken players will get confused with the setup of the controls. With the control setup, luckily you can go to control settings and you can switch your buttons. You can switch the button layout so that a signature move that requires 2 hits, you may only use 1 button. So now you can press that 1 button to utilize the 2 moves. So keep in mind for that, it can give you better and easier, faster gameplay. It can make it more comfortable for you, because when I first was playing Tekken, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's fucking confusing. Okay, I will say that Tekken is confusing to people that have never touched this game. But if you give this game a chance, you go to control settings, you figure out your button layouts, this game gets incredibly more comfortable each time you play it. Let's talk about customization, because Tekken has done something that many games fail to do. And I'm talking about Mortal Kombat 1. Now, I was a big advocate for Mortal Kombat 1's customization, that I thought it was better than MK11's, just because MK11 just had a lot more to offer. You had a lot more gear pieces, you had a lot more skins in the game, you had a lot more color palette skins. But I just felt like there was just so much gear that was so unnecessary. It's like, bro, people are only gonna use 7 to 8 of these gears, and you have like 40 of them. It's that excessive. And I appreciated that Mortal Kombat said, listen, we're just gonna give people 1 gear piece, and it's gonna be like the most obvious gear piece. Cause like, I mean, let's be real now. Are we really gonna sit there and fight Sub-Zero and be like, oh my god, he actually changed his belt buckle. He actually changed his socks. Like, I'm being funny right now, but like, that's real. Like MK11 has some weird gear changes, like changing Raiden's medallion, or changing Kung Lao's, or changing Sub-Zero's ninja stars. Like if I'm gonna fight Sub-Zero, I'm gonna see what kind of ninja stars he has. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. But what Tekken's customization does, it basically gives you a chance to have multiple characters that you would never even imagine could be in a fighting game, and you put them in a fucking fighting game. I have seen people do extraordinary things. I have seen people create Mortal Kombat looking characters, and it looks amazing. I have seen people turn Raven into Scorpion, Sub-Zero. I done seen people turn Reina into Melina. I done seen people turn Nina Williams into Sonya Blade. It's ridiculous. One Piece animes, your Naruto animes, Resident Evil Leon. I was able to change my Lars to look like similar to Ultra Instinct Goku while he wears his Dragon Ball Super orange gi with the blue. Like, I was able to make him kind of resemble that a little bit. It, like, just the customization itself in this game is so extraordinary. I was able to turn Yoshimitsu into what I would like to think is my interpretation of what Scorpion sometimes would look like. That would be really fucking awesome, with the whole mask and everything being gold and red. The customization itself is just so much content. Like, you can literally get on Tekken and spend 30 to 40 minutes of your time not even playing the game, just on customization alone, trying to make your character look beast as hell. I done seen some cool looking characters when I play Tekken Rank online. It's ridiculous, man. If you guys are into creativity and just customizing characters and want characters to look a certain way, customization for Tekken is probably the best it's ever been. I know a lot of people like to think that Tekken 7's customization is really good, but I can't really speak on that because I've only played Tekken 7 a handful of times, and I didn't really get to appreciate the customization like I am now with Tekken 8. But man, I mean, listen, bro, Harada knows how to do it with this customization. It's crazy. NRS, take notes, please. I'm not saying I want Scorpion, you know, to wear a fucking t-shirt with jean shorts, but give us some skins. I'm sick of these repetitive skins. This is a Tekken 8 review. This is not a Mortal Kombat 1 rant. Another thing I want to talk about, and I'm just kind of going off the rails here. I kind of just lost track of where I'm at with this review. But I mean, Guys, if you are a fan, and this is for hardcore Tekken players, you play Tekken 3's Tekken Force mode. You play Tekken 4, which in my opinion, Tekken 4 had the best Tekken Force was Tekken 4. I just wish I had the game now so I can play it, because I would always get stuck in the jungle stage. Annoying, but so much fun. They brought Tekken Force back. They brought Tekken Force back in the story mode in a way that I appreciate, and giving us a chance to use different characters. Like one minute you're using Lars, then you're using Lee, then you're using King, then you're using Steve Fox, then you're using Shaheen. It was so much fun, and I feel like in the future we will get a Tekken Force mode. Don't necessarily think we'll get it for Tekken 8, but if they see the reactions to Tekken Force and it being really well, I won't be surprised if we see a Tekken Force mode sooner or later. Let's talk about ranked online. Let's talk about online in general. Online, to me, in this game is so much fun. The filters where, you know, if you want to play someone with 4 bars or above, or 3 bars or above, or you want to, do crossplay, or you want to just play against people with Xbox. You want to just play against people with PC. You want to play against just people with PS5. Like, little things like that, you don't really think about. You don't think about things like that, but when it's there for you to decide, it's so much. It's just one of those things where you're like, oh wow, this is really cool. Like, holy shit. Now, I will be the first to say that fighting games and me online don't mash. I am a rager and a sore fucking loser. And I'm trying to be better at that, but Jesus, when you get humiliated in a fighting game, it's one-on-one. It's you against that person, and when that person beats your ass the entire time, it's really hard to come back from that. So fighting games, I appreciate and I love fighting games to the death, but online, I always stood away from online. Like, I didn't play any. I played maybe a handful of Tekken 7 online games, but by the time I got into Tekken 7 online, it was already at the end of the season. They humiliated the fuck out of me. Giving Tekken 8 online a chance, so much fucking fun. And the thing is that there's so much to do. I mean, you can do casual play, you can do rank play, you can go to the Tekken Lounge and just challenge people, challenge your friends, have a good time. You can even play Tekken Ball. Oh yeah, Tekken has a game mode called Tekken Ball, where it's you against another fighter or CPU, and you're just playing fucking volleyball with Tekken players. That's literally what it is. And if the ball hits you, it takes your life. Little things like that, I just wish Mortal Kombat would have done, because Mortal Kombat has given us these game modes before. And it's just like, listen, I'm going to talk about this in separate videos, but Tekken Ball is not the most extravagant, most funnest game on the planet. But, you know, if there's a day where you're like, fuck it, I just want to play with my friends, let's play Tekken Ball, fuck it, best 2 out of 3, best 4 out of 7, like, just have a blast playing Tekken Ball. And I feel like, you know, hopefully they bring Tekken Bowl back, because bowling was fun. I appreciated the Tekken Bowling and Tekken Tag tournament. That was so much fucking fun. All in all, my experience with Tekken 8 in general as a whole, if we're talking story, online, customization, just straight out fighting in the arcade, the characters, the roster, in general, Tekken 8 to me is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I haven't been able to put this game down since I got it. There's a reason for that. You know, the fighting, learning the characters. I think for people's first time playing Tekken, they're gonna have a real hard time just with how the setup of the buttons and just how the combos work in these games. It's not your typical, it's not Mortal Kombat. And me being a Mortal Kombat thesaurus, as I would like to think, the button layouts and the combos are so much easier on Mortal Kombat than Tekken. But doing a combo in Tekken just feels so damn good when you achieve that. And, you know, the practice mode for Tekken is really well done. You can actually do combo challenges where they give you 10 to 11 combos that character has specifically, that you can just learn and just kind of redo until you master it. For first time players, for people that don't play Tekken or people that haven't played Tekken in a long time, Tekken 8 is one of those games where, yeah, man, you gotta try it. You have to try it out, and you're gonna have a good time. Story mode is going to be a story where it's not going to be confusing. Before the story mode, they even give you a chance to recap with previous stories, so then that way when you're in Tekken 8, you're all caught up. And I think, like, just little details like that, you just appreciate it more. And, you know, me being a Tekken casual, I can honestly say without a doubt, this is probably one of my favorite Tekken games of all time already. Time will only tell. But right now, I haven't put this game down. I want to also get into the fact that Tekken 8 has a jukebox. You can listen to iconic songs, nostalgic songs, back from Tekken 1 all the way to Tekken 8. That is one of the dopest things I've ever seen in a fucking game, ever. Not only that, but you can change the music. You can have a playlist where you can change musics in Tekken 8 and add the older music in it. So, like, for example, I have Tekken Tag Tournament 2's character select song as my main menu screen song. So, like, you know, the screen where you see Kazuya and that you see Kazuya and them pretty ass eyes. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, instead of it playing that usual Tekken 8 song that it was defaulted with, nope, it plays Tekken Tag Tournament 2's music. My character select screen music is also changed. My my customization music is also changed. Like, you can change the stages that you play in, you can change that music, so on and so forth. I think that's dope as shit to have that old school music back. It just takes me to a place. It takes me to the place where I first played Tekken, which was Tekken 2. And it's just so dope to hear those songs and to hear all of that. I think that's awesome. So the question now is, what's next for Tekken? As of right now, I mean, what I would want for Tekken to do is I would want DLC expansion stories. I feel like the way Tekken 8 ends, we can't wait 5 to 6 more fucking years for a sequel to this. Like we gotta get an expansion story where we find out what the hell happens. I mean, listen, guys, spoiler warning. Anybody that's watching this Tekken 8 review, please, hopefully you played the game already. Hopefully you know what's gonna happen. But Reina turning into Devil Reina at the end, we can't wait 6 years for a Tekken 9. Like, we gotta have a DLC expansion. Like, I need to know how this ends. And, you know, with June appearing when Kazuya's on the ground. And, God, like, first off, that fight was crazy. An incredible fight. Jin playing as his Tekken 3 version, then using his mom's fighting style mixed with his, then going back to regular Jin. It was fucking crazy. That fight was awesome and it was just well needed. But Kazuya gets his ass whooped. And then June, you see her feet, you see her shoes. She got on the June 7s. She got on the June 11s and shit. And she, like, appears. So now it's like, the question is, well, is Kazuya dead? Or is June alive? Or, you know, what's the deal there? And then at the end, we get a post-credit scene where Reina reveals, you know, if nobody else figured it out, this is a daughter of Heihachi. And she's like, you know, I'm gonna have my revenge, all this extra shit. And she turns into Devil Reina. So, what's next for Tekken? I mean, honestly, it's too early to ask that question, but as of right now, we need a DLC expansion. That is the only thing I think we need. We need DLC expansion, and, you know, we're gonna get DLC characters. Eddie Gordo is the first up. We're gonna get guest characters. A lot of people is, like, spilling the rumors and, you know, asking for their favorite characters, but what's next for Tekken is just, you know, updating the game. You know, they're having a Tekken shop where you're gonna have nostalgic skins at $4, by the way. and you're gonna have what else? DLC characters. I think DLC story expanding what happens. I think that's the next step. I think that's the next step. You know, it's too early to talk about a next Tekken game. Tekken 9 is too early for all that shit. I think maybe give it a couple months. Probably like after, probably after season 1 of Tekken. When we get to season 2, we could potentially get story expansion. I hope so. Because, I mean, this story was awesome, and the way it ended, it just seems like, yo, we cannot wait 6 to 7 years for a story. Now, if they're gonna make us wait that long, is what it is. But me personally, I think, like, you know, with Mortal Kombat doing a DLC expansion, I think they set the tone, and they also announced that Mortal Kombat 1's gonna have a DLC expansion. I think Tekken 8 Harada, it's time. It's time to give us a DLC expansion. But with that being said, man, this was my Tekken 8 review. Listen, if you're a first-time Tekken player and you just want to know what this game's all about, give this game a chance, understand this game, practice a fucking ton, and, you know, get good at a character, understand the button layouts. If you need to change your controller settings that best suits you, then go for it. The roster is amazing. If you want to play story mode is top tier. The best story mode that Tekken's ever made. Customization. If you don't like how your character looks and you want to customize them, customization has a variety of shit to choose from mask, wardrobe, costumes, the way your eyes look, the color of your hair. You can do whatever you want, almost whatever you want in customization. And this is coming from a Mortal Kombat player. I play Mortal Kombat religiously. Tekken 8 is so much fun. And the good part about Tekken 8 right now is that at launch, it's only been like I don't even think it's been a month yet. This game is already top tier. They're going to support this game for the next 4 to 5 years. It's only going to get better from this point on. That's my Tekken 8 review. If I had to give this game a rating, a 9 out of 10. I'm giving this game a 9 out of 10. I think this is one of the best Tekken games to come out. Of course, people are gonna love Tekken 3. Tekken 3 was one of the most iconic Tekkens out there. Tekken Tag is another good game. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 doesn't get a lot of appreciation, but I mean, that game was so much fun. It's just that, you know, with the fumble of Tekken 6, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 didn't get its just due, and I think sooner or later it's gonna get more appreciated. But yeah, man, it's your boy Clutch Chaos. This is the Tekken 8 review. If you guys want more videos, if you guys want more Tekken 8 videos, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, so then that way when I drop videos, it pops up on your notification. You'll be the first to see it. And get your boy to 50 subscribers, man. We only need 6 more by the end of February. That's the goal. Hopefully we can reach that. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys giving me the chance to express myself and say what I feel about this game. And you know, I'm looking forward to the future of Tekken, man. This game was so awesome, and it only gets better from here. Thank you guys, and peace!